Hello and welcome to our video. We're going to show you our RunwiseFX Signals system, which allows you to automate alerts from MetaTrader, Telegram and TradingView. Okay, so to get going you need to have our RunwiseFX EA running on your charts. So you can see we've got it running there in the corner. And you also need our Windows app as well. And this is available from our website runwisefx.com/app. Then when you get it all installed, you can see all the various EAs running that are running on your MetaTrader, so they connect to the Windows application. And we've got this Signals tab which allows you to do this automation of alerts. So to get going, all you need to do is click New, put in something that makes some sense. So we could show you like a Telegram test, and click OK. And what we support a number of different types of signal sources. So we've got MetaTrader email alert, which is quite a few indicators in MetaTrader have a option to do like an email alert. Now it sounds slow, but actually this email is just going to be sent locally to our Windows application, locally on your computer. So it's actually very quick. So we've got that option there. We've got pop-up alerts from MetaTrader just on the regular pop-up window. We've got also Telegram, so any signals coming in from your favorite Telegram channels. And we also provide TradingView pop-up alerts and webhook alerts so as well. So if you're looking now in that TV, that's our TradingView tab where you can run TradingView within our Windows application with execution on MetaTrader via our panel, so we can automate any alerts from any indicators that appear in that log window. And finally, we also support the webhook mechanism within TradingView, where you can just get the alert sent directly to the Windows application. So that saves you not having to have the chart running. Okay, so let's get going with an example. So let's choose doing a Telegram automation. So what you'll need to have done beforehand is under Config Options, is you'll need to have given it your phone number and then click Save. And what that will do is send a little code through to your Telegram app on your phone just to authorize the Windows application locally on your computer, just to access your channels that you subscribe to. And then you'll be able to see them in here. There's a refresh button if need be, so just tick the one you're interested in automating signals from. We need to have the action to take set, so this will open a trade and close any in the opposite direction. So if you get a buy signal and you've got a sell trade open, it'll close that sell and open the buy, so you can see all the various options there. And then just what account to execute on, because our Windows application does support multiple accounts connecting. You can just have that clicked set to all and then just save that. And then all we need to do is, so we've got MetaTrader running, just make sure, obviously you've got a chart open for the symbol you wish to automate, click Config and just make sure in general settings the auto mode for entry is set to TC, and that will allow automated trades. And then we could go to Telegram and we could just do Euro USD and do sell. And then basically once that's done there, a lot happened. You can see it under the log tab there. So we've got the message from Telegram to do that sell, and it's very flexible. The text can contain other words, it just intelligently parse it. You know, it doesn't have to say sell buy, it could say long short. It's then found the Euro USD EA and sent it a message to open the trade, and then we've got the response back, and then you can see it's opened the trade. It'll have used the default what you've set for the stop loss, so we've got it set to ATR mode, and it will have used the default risk 2% per trade, and it will use any default take profit that you've set as well. Okay, now we'll show you later on how you can parse out the stop loss and take profit from the signal, so that's a full test there. Okay, so let's go through some of the other settings. Now they are detailed in our manual, so on that web page there is a manual down here that goes through everything more formally, but we'll talk about it in the video as well. So we've got what you can put in is some text to look out for in the signal, because obviously you might be wanting to automate different indicators, so you may want to tie a particular reference ID to a particular text in the alert text, so you can put that in there, and you can put in any text to exclude. Sometimes with the Telegram signal channels there can be messages in there that you want to ignore, so if you have some of those, you can put the text to look out for to exclude. The other signals is very interesting. So imagine you actually have done quite a few signals. You've done a MetaTrader, TDI, automation or something, indicator, and you've got other items in there, so you've got like a few. So what you can do in other signals is, if you've got different reference IDs, is you can make sure that you've had a signal from those as well, so it can trade when multiple indicators or multiple channels are all in agreement. So that's other signals that are required to have already signaled in the same direction, so you can put there. The advanced tab is where you can tell it to parse the stop loss, take profit, and even an entry price with a pending order from the alert text. So quite a few Telegram channels will tell you what the stop loss should be, and they allow for multiple take profits. On the multiple take profits, what you could do there is on our EA config, take profit. So say you're expecting 4 take profits, so you could set it to exit 25% of the trade on the first one, and then 50, and then 75%, and then the final take profit will be 100%. Obviously you could set for break even. Don't worry about the actual targets, because obviously that's going to come from the alert text. It's just here, you're just telling it what to do on those various take profit targets. So that will put the system there ready to receive those, and you're just telling it how to parse. So often the alert text might say something like TP1 or something like that, or maybe something like stop loss, just whatever appears in the alert text just before the actual price that it gives you. And you can also do the same for the entry, and there's more examples of this in the manual as well. You can also set maximum trades. So our EA supports, if you are familiar with our EA, we've got this multi-trade mode, general settings. Let's put that to 5, and that allows multiple trades in the same direction with different magic numbers for each trade. So what you can do now is just tell it how many trades you're happy to have in the same direction for this source, the signal source, to activate. You can change the trade comment that appears in MetaTrader for the trade. And finally, trade index, that's a bit more of an advanced one. So again, in multi-trade mode, each of these that are available, we call these different trade indexes. So that's trade index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you could do is just send a particular signal to a particular trade index, and that's helpful because under config you can set the stop loss differently depending on the trade index. So you could set for trade index 2, you could set a fixed stop loss of 20 pips, save, and then in your in here you could say, right, just use trade index 2 please for this Telegram channel, and that will have that stop loss set. So that's quite advanced, but it's a really flexible system. Also, the other thing to say is in our EA you have various controls, like in general settings you can set trading hours, and in risk lots you can set things like maximum spread before it'll allow an automated open, and how many tickets you're allowed to have on the account. And all of this will work with our signal system. Also, what will work with our signal system is in our website, if you go to our library, all of our rules will work with this signal system as well. So we've got some great account management rules where you can have like daily take profit or drawdown limits. All our filters where you can get it to not trade straight after a big candle, and you can control sort of the gaps between the trades and maximum daily losing tickets allowed. There's just lots of great filters, and also not opening a trade just before a news event as well, which can be a good idea to avoid news events, and also all our kind of exit rules as well, where we've got exit rules for exiting perhaps just before a high impact news event, or exiting your trades just before the weekend. It's not a good idea really to have trades open over the weekend. So all of this library stuff is all available with our signal system. So it's just really flexible. So for example, with this account management, you can set it there. So if you've got a portfolio of trades open, and you can set it so that if you're 2% up on the day, you can just close out all the trades and just stop trading for the day and automatically reactivate the following day. And that can be a really smart thing to do, because it can just be a little certain moment during the day where you are 1-2% up, and you can just take advantage of that brief moment. But there's just so much in there, and it's all available to use with our signal system. Okay, just want to finish by just talking about a few specifics for each of the signal sources. So for the email alerts, so that's where you're receiving email style alerts from MetaTrader indicators. In our manual, we do show you the settings that are needed in MetaTrader to allow those emails from the indicators to get sent to our Windows application. So you just need to set it under, you'll have to do this once on the options on the email tab, is just send it locally to our Windows app and just give it something so that it is happy. It just needs, these boxes just need to be populated with something, and that will allow those emails then to be received. They don't go across the internet, it's just locally to our Windows app. And also on the pop-up alerts, you can test the pop-up alerts actually under Tools, Config Tools. You can send a test email signal based on that text, so that's a really good way of testing that. And you can also send like a pop-up alert as well. So on the pop-up alerts, you can see how it's got the alert is the name of the window that it's looking for. So you just need to make sure under the, again under config options, that you've got that alert. So if you've got a different language loaded for MetaTrader and that box actually says something different rather than alert, then you just need to change that there, because it will actually look for that title and then it will then parse out the alert text. But we do recommend, if your indicator supports it, is to use the email alert mechanism, because that's nice and direct and it doesn't have to keep parsing that alert pop up. We've already covered Telegram, how to use that, and we did mention the TradingView earlier on. With the webhook version, it tells you the URL that you need, so you just copy that and just paste that into your TradingView alert. And the other thing you need for the webhook is under Mobile tab, you need to have activated the remote access, and that will connect to our server, and that allows us to relay that webhook from TradingView to this Windows application. So you just do need that for the for that particular webhook mechanism. Well, I think that's pretty much it. If you've got any questions, please do email us at support@runwisefx.com, and obviously update your software to the latest version. Just to let you know, if you do have our strategy builder product, there is a small charge for using the signal system, just to cover our development costs, and because we do need to maintain a server to handle all of this information, relaying information. So do bear that in mind. If you've got any questions, please do email us. Thank you very much.